Hey y'all, just wanted to share my thoughts on Snap-on Credit. A lot of people think that Snap-on Credit is bad and high interest rates, and their tools are very expensive. When I was younger, I didn't keep up. I didn't have credit cards and stuff like that, so I didn't have no credit. But then I had hospital bills and stuff like that, even when I was younger. So my credit wasn't that great. So basically, it was a little bit under average. So considering as credit goes, I actually had like bad credit. This is, I believe, when I was in my early 20s. But I wanted to share this with y'all because, my idea of somebody with a bad credit, it's hard to get, good interest rates or even get finance for certain things like credit cards that will accept you. Unless you wait until 6 years and then it clears up and then you are at that medium range of credit, which is not good credit or bad credit. It's just like neutral credit. So the reason I want to talk about Snap-on credit is because Snap-on does have very good credit for people that had bad credit. And what I mean by that is their interest rate is going to be a little bit higher. But if you can't afford things sometimes and you have to make payments, and if you're making payments anyways, so for me, for my suggestion, because I made videos about Snap-on before, and they say it's a bad advice to tell somebody to start off with a Snap-on credit because the interest rate is so high. But like I said, if you have bad credit to begin with, your interest rate is going to be high anyways. So it doesn't mean like when you go to apply for the Snap-on credit, they can give you like $9,000, $10,000 worth of credit, and me personally, I wouldn't do that. I would start off with something like that. It's like in the 2000 range. And I wanted to share this with y'all. One thing I use as a body tech um, is a welder. I have to have a welder when I'm doing spot welds or any kind of welds or anything like that. So I bought this Snap-on welder, and I got this thing financed. Um, it was something I thought of that I had to use all the time, and it's already been long time paid for. It's not like you're gonna own Snap-on for life and paying for life when you buy something. Uh, Maybe a couple years, maybe less than that, that I actually paid for it. But not long after I financed through Snap-on, I got this welder, and it's been a very good welder. But the welder's not the point. The point I'm trying to make is my credit score was a lot higher, and I was able to turn bad credit into decent credit, almost good credit, not very good credit, but good credit through their financing, even though I paid a little bit more. And what I'm trying to say is I was able to afford a house, uh, to get a bigger sum of credit through another company to mortgage my house. So just want to throw that out there for all you people talking about how bad Snap-on is. Um, Also, they do have a good student program, and they do a lot for the military too. Um, I'm gonna give you an example. One time I walked on my old time rep. I got lucky, fortunate enough. My rep, I knew him ever since I was 17. He's retired now, but through my career, I always had the same rep, and that was Jay. I don't know if he was just following me around in different shops, but he was always there for me. And I walked on his truck, and he had this small toolbox, and it looked pretty cool. I really liked it. It was like, not cart size, but smaller than that. Not like necessarily a roll cart, but like a little bit taller. And I was like, Jay, wow, I'm thinking to myself, well, this ain't gonna be that expensive. It's gonna be a little bit cheaper than a full size toolbox. So I said, Jay, how much is that toolbox right there? And You know, Jay, he told me that he was actually giving that toolbox away for free for a student him over at a Votech training to be a mechanic. Um, so I was joking with him and I said, well, I could pretend like I'm going to school, and he didn't fall for it, but that's an example of what Snap-on does for certain people. And I know through the years, you know, prices gone up on, you know, Snap-on, stuff like that. But if I was to start off, you know, if you're gonna make payments on something, you know, maybe a motorcycle or something like that, you know, it's good credit to start off with. I wanted to share a couple pickups I got with y'all. I got this spinner. It's a little cool little ratchet from Snap-on. I don't all have Snap-on. I found out from, you know, from using tools all the time that, you know, there's other options for you if you can't afford certain things. And some things I like Snap-on better, and some things it doesn't matter what you use. You know, in the auto body tech field, like grinders, you're picking up a grinder. And any grinder will work. They're pretty free speed, but there's less vibration in your hand. But they'll still do the job. It's just, you know, maybe wear some gloves or something like that when you're using a cheaper thing, and it'll still last you. Yeah, I was making a short the other day about some pliers, which I thought was kind of funny. I told the people that instead of getting a freaking what was it, the bucket, I was gonna get a free towel instead. And I wanted to share that with y'all too. I get a lot of free stuff from Snap-on. This locker right here is a key locker. But I had the same wrap, like I said, for many years. And it just holds your keys and stuff in there, but that was free. I think I got some wine glasses. They give away a lot of stuff all the time. And yeah, that's from they're not gonna give it to everybody. You gotta, you know, of course you're gonna have to spend money, and you know, even anywhere you go, if you constantly shop at one place and you're a continuous customer, they might give you a better deal than somebody else that just walked in there or something like that. And you know, if you're buying tools, I think you need, you know, this one guy told me, you know, that I needed to wise up, you know, because you're not being financially responsible for, you know, buying tools that are more expensive than another tool. That's not the case with me, because the way I feel about it, your job, you spend half your life, you know, around it. So if you're around it all the time, you know, maybe, you know, if you're, you know, at home and you're not normally gonna, you know, a tool truck's not gonna pull up outside your house, and you know, how you say, you know, they're just not gonna pull up on the side of your house, and you know, you're not gonna be buying them. You're gonna be going to different places to get your tools, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, I wouldn't, you know, if you're just using tools on very often, you don't need to invest in it. But if you're doing it for a career, yeah, you sort of want to invest in it. And after time, you're going to appreciate different tools and the way they feel in your hand and stuff like that. And like you can see right here, like this drawer, for example, and most of my drawers are like this, where I have multiple kinds of tools. It's not Snap-on. It's not, you know, it could be Klein. It could be, you know, I do try to keep you know, I don't try to keep like the cheapest tools that I could find and throw it in my toolbox. These are actually electrical, what they got on there? These are electrical ones from Klein. these things cut great, man. I use these to cut zip ties and stuff like that. You know, so I do pick a certain brand. If they work for me, then I'll keep with them. If they're not that good, then obviously I'm not going to use them. Just trying to help you all out. If you're planning on making a career out of being a mechanic or an auto body tech, or somebody that has to use a lot of tools all the time, because eventually you are going to pick up more expensive tools than than you would if you didn't do it for a career. Like you see here, I have this high torque snap-on 3/8 ratchet. One thing I like about the ratchet, that's another thing. Some people say you're just buying a tool for the brand name. I don't, tools aren't clothing, so it's not the same thing. You're buying tools for how it performs. So I'm not buying the brand name, and just because I own Snap-on doesn't mean I'm a bad mechanic. I don't know where people come up with these ideals, or oh, that's gay, or oh, that's terrible. You can go to Harbor Freight and pick up this. Yeah, you can. And if you like Harbor Freight tools, then all on you. If that fits your needs a little bit better than somebody else, that's cool. I mean, recently I picked up some Harbor Freight tools. Ain't nothing wrong with tools in general to me. I don't judge tools by their price. I judge tools by their quality. For example, the Icon G2 ratchets. Everybody on the internet, on YouTube and everywhere else, every time they pick one of these icons up, the first thing they say is Snap-on. And I don't know why. They always want to compare, and that might be it might be a bad flaw on Harbor Freight for doing that, because they are so similar to another tool where they don't have their own design. Like Carlisle. Carlisle is expensive, for what it is. You can get a Tekton. I haven't tried Tekton. Not a big fan of gear wrench. At first, gear wrenches, the wrenches in general, were, the ratcheting wrench, they actually invented that, basically came out with that to begin with. But ratchets in general, as a full tech in what I do as a mechanic, well, I'm an auto body tech, but we do take apart cars and stuff like that. What I use to take apart cars mostly is the ratchets. So I don't use them as much, but I have collected many of them through the years. This is the Expert ratchet. I just use this. Don't really need to use them over there. One advice, if you're using battery operated ratchets, break the nut first, then use the ratchet. That's just like a regular ratchet has a breaker bar, like this breaker bar right here. If it has too much Loctite or something on it, you need a little bit more to get it off. It's just to save your tool a little bit longer. If you and you can use this as a regular ratchet. So what I mean, just break the bolt first and then zip it off there. I was gonna go with a Milwaukee. I do have a first gen Milwaukee ratchet. I ended up picking up some DeWalt ones around the shop. A lot of people use DeWalt. I really like DeWalt. This is the long extended reach DeWalt. This is an exclusive from Home Depot. And you're looking for power, this is the way to go. But as a 1/4 inch, this is more better as a 3/8 or a 1/2 inch because this thing will break tins right in half, and then you have to use something to extract the broken part back out of the thing. One thing I never, another thing I noticed about people that talk bad about Snap-on, I'll give you an example. I have a coworker over here. He's always freaking cussing all the time. Yeah, to show you his setup. He's got this old Mac tools. I used to have one drawer like this before. That thing is like super heavy, guys, and it'll hold a lot of stuff. It's like one of the first roll carts that came out before they started changing the design of them. But he's got, this is a Husky, and these are all Huskies from Home Depot that he uses. Does you see what he does? Just like a lot of other ones, they put the Snap-on logo on every one of them, even though it's not a Snap-on. But yet they'll say that Snap-on is way overpriced. I think maybe that they're, I don't understand, you know, if they really want something and you do it for a career, then why not invest in it, you know? And I always invest in stuff. I put, you know, stuff around my work area so I'm more comfortable while I'm at work, and then makes me want to come to work. Just was gonna make a video about sharing some credit with y'all. If y'all have really bad credit, not, you know, I want to go and get finance from Snap-on. If you have good credit, doesn't make sense. If you got bad credit and you're looking to rebuild your credit, then go with Snap-on. And if you can afford to pay the tool straight up, of course you're gonna and I do that a lot. Like a lot of these ratchets, I didn't you know, go through a payment plan to get them. That's on just hand tools. Hand tools I usually buy straight up. The torques are a little bit different. I have to be more precise, and it's been a well-trusted company, so I'm gonna go with the Snap-on torques. And they have the 3/8 and then the 1/2 inches over there. All right. I wanted to share this with y'all. I got this VIM. This is a little profile, low profile. I don't use it that much. It does have a forward and reverse, and then the ring is on the back. And then it goes along with this Pro Twist. This is designed from Falcom, but Mac Tools came out with their version of it. And then just like the nano sockets, it fits in there and makes sure your socket's more low profile. They do make another different kind. Vim does. They've had these profile sockets. They're I use this set all the time. It's a nice set. I like these rails too. If you do get them, come on the mag rail. The thing about the mag rail is they got this little spinner that holds the socket on, and after a while, sometimes this right here will get loose. So make sure that's always tight, you know, when you're carrying it around, especially if you're carrying it around a lot. I've probably had this set for at least 7, I would say 7 years. This is a 10mm. Served me well. And it's so easy to grab, you know, grab this set right here. But this wrench will hold that rail too if you're interested in low profile kinds of deals like the Astro. Just wanted to share this wrench with you, and then my little spinner ratchet. This thing is so freaking cool, guys. All right, I'm gonna end this. Thank you all for watching.